A young couple parked in a secluded area near Blue Rock Springs Park, just outside town. Fireworks had faded. Darkness took over. They weren't there long before a beam of light pierced through the window, a flashlight held by a figure in the shadows. At first they thought it was a cop. The man said nothing. He raised a pistol and fired 5 times into the car, hitting both teens. As he walked away, he heard one of them groaning, still alive. So he came back, aimed again, and finished the job. It wouldn't be long before police received a call from a payphone. The voice on the other end was calm, flat, emotionless. "I want to report a murder. No, a double murder." He named the exact location. Then, before hanging up, he added, "I also killed those kids last year. Goodbye." Police scrambled to verify the claim. A year earlier, in December 1968, another young couple had been gunned down just miles away. No suspects, no motive. And now, this call was linking the two. The caller knew things only the killer could know. But that was just the beginning. August 1st, 1969. 3 letters arrived at 3 different newspapers: the Vallejo Times-Herald, the San Francisco Examiner, and the San Francisco Chronicle. Each letter described the murders in detail. Each was written in strange, stiff handwriting, and each was signed with an ominous symbol, a circle with a cross through it, like a gun's crosshairs. Inside the envelopes were also cryptograms, coded messages made up of hundreds of bizarre symbols and shapes. The writer claimed his identity was hidden within the codes. He demanded the newspapers publish them, or else he would kill again. 2 teachers eventually cracked one of the ciphers. The message inside? "I like killing people because it is so much fun." He said it gave him more thrill than getting your rocks off with a girl. He claimed he would collect slaves for the afterlife. There was no name, and there was no stopping him. September 1969, Lake Berryessa. Another couple picnicking by the lake was approached by a man wearing a black hood. On his chest, the same crosshair symbol. He held a knife. After tying them up, he stabbed both repeatedly, then calmly walked away. He even left a message on the victim's car door, written with a felt-tip pen: Vallejo 12-20-68, 7469, Sept 2769, 6:30 by knife. One of the victims died. The other survived and gave a detailed description, but the killer vanished again. 2 weeks later, in San Francisco, a cab driver was shot in the head at point-blank range, in broad daylight. Witnesses saw the killer wipe the cab down before strolling away, calm, confident, even polite. As he slipped into the city's shadows, he mailed a piece of the cab driver's bloody shirt to the Chronicle, and with it, a new letter, mocking the police. He wanted to be seen, feared, famous. Over the next months and years, the letters kept coming. He claimed dozens more victims. Sometimes he sent diagrams for bombs, threatening to blow up school buses. Sometimes he wrote about how to make homemade napalm. Sometimes he said he just liked to watch people die. Police worked around the clock. Sketch artists drew up composite images. Profiles were made. Suspects were brought in. But the killer always seemed one step ahead. New letters would arrive just as investigators thought the trail had gone cold. He wanted a name, and he gave himself one. It wasn't until later that he finally signed a letter with the name the world would come to know and never forget. This is the Zodiac speaking. From then on, he was known only as the Zodiac Killer. No one knew his real name. No one could predict where he would strike next, or if he ever really stopped. He claimed 37 victims, though only 5 have ever been officially confirmed. His final letter arrived in 1974. And then, nothing. For decades, amateur sleuths, cryptographers, and law enforcement alike have tried to break his final messages, trace his identity, and close the case. Partial DNA was found. Dozens of suspects were investigated, including a schoolteacher, a military man, and a troubled loner who fit the profile all too well. But to this day, the case remains unsolved. No charges, no arrest, no name, just a chilling sign, a circle with a cross through it. And the final line he left behind: "I am waiting for a good movie about me. Who will play me? Maybe one day we'll know who he really was. Or maybe he's still watching."